Hey Gemini, and welcome to your spiritual messages for the month of February, and of course any other time that you're guided to watch, as the intention of my messages is always to be timeless. And if this message does not resonate, please don't forget to check your other placements, because according to the astrology in the sky, you could be resonating with another placement than just your sun sign. And also don't forget that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate, so please take what does and leave what doesn't. All right, so today I'm going to be pulling your energy and your energy only, Gemini. This is not a love reading. This is for your spiritual guidance, your spiritual journey, your personal development, things of that nature. All right, so I'm going to be pulling 3 cards from the Island Time Wellness Law of Attraction card. So this will help you attract your heart's desire. And I'm going to pull a mini Celtic cross with the regular tarot deck. And at the very end, I'm going to pull a fairy oracle card for you. All right, so let's see what messages we have for Gemini and the collective. All right, already we have in flow state. In the zone, loving life, focused, high frequency, skill meets challenge, flotation therapy. Interesting. Okay. 2 more cards, please. Happiness. Combine talent with passion. Live your dreams, helping others. Gratitude journal. Self-love. One more. Darkest before dawn. Breakdown before breakthrough. Major shift is in progress. Dissolving barriers. Ascending. Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and get into that. All right, let me just see where you guys can see it. There we go. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have enjoy the journey. The fun is in getting there. Acknowledge your progress. Travel, mental vacation, be spontaneous. So yeah, I feel like some of you guys are feeling impatient about your journey, right? Like you guys already want to be at the end, but this is saying the fun is in getting there, right? Like acknowledge what you've done so far. Acknowledge your progress. You know, make mental vacation just means like sometimes you just need a break to like turn your mind off. You know, Geminis are very fast thinking, you know. You guys are very intellectual and very in your head. So I feel like you guys just need to like take a breather from your head and, you know, get out of your head space. You know, be spontaneous. Do something that you haven't done before. You know, travel or take a trip. You know, but I'm getting like really strong, like acknowledge your progress. Like I feel like you guys can be hard on yourselves that you're not where you want to be yet. You know, you're not at the end of your journey yet. But like, yeah, the most fun is in getting there. Because then once you're at the end of your journey, you're just going to feel like, well, what's next? What do I do now? So just enjoy what you have now in the moment. Enjoy the journey. Because you're going to look back and think like, oh, I should have just been happy with what I had. Like now I have all these other responsibilities to take care of. And back then it wasn't as complicated, you know. So just enjoy what you have now and acknowledge all that you've done. All right, so in a flow state. So this is very like, yeah, in the zone. You're loving life, you're focused, you're high frequent right now. Your skill meets your challenge, flotation therapy. So yeah, I feel like you guys are just really working like in flow state, like in the zone. Like I feel like you guys are very focused as to what your journey is, right? Like you're very in tune with where you're going in life. And, you know, you keep, like the inflow state, what I feel here is like you give and you receive. So it's like a constant flow of that. Like it's very abundant energy because the more you give, the more you receive. And you're aware of that. And you understand that like that's the way to attract abundance is by giving. So I just feel like you're living life in that sense. And yeah, with the skill meets challenge, it's like you could be finding your career right now makes you really happy. And, you know, it doesn't always have to be career, but just like a skill that you've found, like you found happiness in what you're doing. And with the skill meets challenge too, I feel like it's not easy. You know, life is never easy, even if you love what you do. There's always challenges, but I feel like you're just finding a balanced state in it. And then happiness. Yeah, combine talent with passion, which is kind of what I feel here. Like you're combining your talent with your passions because you're living your dreams and you're helping others. Yeah, just like I said, gratitude journal. So maybe, you know, write down what you're grateful for. And again, self-love. So really acknowledging your progress. So maybe writing it down and knowing where you're at in life, so you can go back and look at your journal and see like, wow, I really did this, or like, wow, I'm really grateful for this, you know? So like, don't be shy in acknowledging your progress and writing it down, because it's an act of self-love when you do that. And then the darkest before dawn, breakdown before breakthrough, major shift is in progress, dissolving barriers. So yeah, there's definitely challenges here, but that's part of your ascension process for those who are very like spiritually inclined and you are in your spiritual journey. And you know, those are never easy. Like the breakdowns before the breakthroughs are probably the hardest shifts when you're ascending, because they're really hard truths that you come to realize, right? Like the darkest before dawn, that's kind of like the dark night of the soul. If you're familiar with that, I suggest looking it up. Or if you're not, I suggest looking it up. But yeah, the major shift is in progress, right? Dissolving barriers. Because it's like dissolving barriers is like you become more vulnerable, right? And the darkest before dawn, I feel like where in the past you have been so like guarded and holding on to your emotions, you're learning that the power comes in being vulnerable. And that's part of your ascension process here, is just letting it all go. And the breakdown could have been like you like recognizing like you've been holding on to your emotions for so long, and you're just finally letting them go. And that allows this breakthrough to come in, right? That kind of gives me the Ace of Swords energy, like the mental clarity that comes in after like a really hard truth that you recognize within yourself. And that is able to allow this major shift to happen. So it's not easy, right? Darkest before dawn. I was kind of giving that message with, oh my God, I think it was Sagittarius. Yeah, there was like a message about like, even after the darkest night, the sun will always rise. And that's kind of the energy I feel here too. Okay. All right, so that's what you have there. Let's get into the tarot. All right, so I'm going to do a mini Celtic cross. I'm going to do what's at your center, your past, present, future, and your lessons being learned. Oh, and the challenge. I keep forgetting that part. Ooh, ooh. 1 second. Let me grab that. If I can get it from here. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the major shifts that are in progress are here. Okay, let me just move some things around, because otherwise I'm not going to have space for everything. Let me just do a little of that. Okay, this is what I should have done this whole time. Wow. I've been struggling every reading, like where to put the cards. I just made it so much easier. Okay. What is our challenge? The Three of Swords. Wow. Yeah, the darkest before dawn, right? Like, it's not easy. What's their past? The past. The Five of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Dissolving barriers. The Nine of Wands is a barrier, right? Like you're so on guard because you've been so hurt in the past, but you're learning to bring your guard down, or not be so like on guard. What's their future energy? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's take this one. Beautiful. The Ten of Cups. There's the dawn after the darkness. Lessons being learned. The Five of Cups. Yeah. To not be so like, to not hang on to the darkness, right? And at the bottom of the deck we have strength. So this is having the courage to move forward. And here you are, King of Swords. This gives me Aquarius, Gemini energy with the King of Swords there. But yeah, you're finding strength to move forward. There could have been something really harsh that happened recently, and you've had to muster the courage to move on. And it's caused you to go within and find the strength, basically, to just keep moving, keep it pushing, as hard as it may be. That's Leo energy, so you could have Leo in your chart. yeah, like I feel like your patience has been tested. You've undergone some really heavy challenges, but you're still finding happiness, and that's really admirable. Like you're still finding happiness and how to like continuously be in this flow state, right? Of giving and receiving. Even though you went through a really, really dark time, I feel. All right, so what's at your center is the Wheel of Fortune. This is Sagittarius energy. Yeah, so big shifts are coming, big changes, and they're not always easy, but you know, it's part of like the destined opportunities that are given to us in life. And I feel like because you're in this flow state, I feel like you're just handling it like a boss, honestly. You're handling these changes. And you know, it's the Wheel of Fortune, right? Not the Wheel of Misfortune or like unfortune. You know what I mean? Like it's the Wheel of Fortune. So things happen for a reason. You may not realize it now, but in the future you will understand why everything happened the way that it did. Especially with the Ten of Cups here as your future. Because I feel like right now you're struggling with the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. Like it's just really like dark or like heavy energy that I feel. So I feel like you're not taking these changes right now very easily. Because again, the breakdown before the breakthrough. I feel like you guys are going through a breakdown right now. And especially with the Strength here, I feel like you're trying to muster the courage to go through this breakdown. And maybe some of you still haven't completed the phase of the breakdown, and you haven't realized your breakthrough yet, right? Like you haven't had that like epiphany moment yet as to why things are happening the way they're happening. But I feel like things are just going to work out in your favor, even though right now it may not seem like that. Because again, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Swords. Like that to me just makes, it just feels like you're feeling defeated right now. Like you're feeling really defeated as to what this change was. So let's go ahead and clarify what that may be. Yeah, just saw the Three of Swords again. What is this change that Gemini is undergoing that was really difficult for them? The Seven of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you guys didn't see it coming. You guys could be receiving messages in your dreams. Or really just like finding comfort in your dreams because your dreams are like better than your reality right now. And the Queen of Cups over here could do something with the mother. Let me get another card though. The King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. So there could have been like a disruption in the home life with the Queen and the King of Cups popping up here. Or just a change, like a shift with the Two of Pentacles, and it's making you feel a little bit uneasy. Yeah, with the Moon. Right, the fears because of that. Let's see. All right. There's the Truth. I was feeling the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's just like, wow. Okay. So, yeah, we have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. All right. So, yeah, there was this truth that came out, and that kind of just shifted everything, and it's making you feel emotionally confused with the Seven of Cups also. And then the Ten of Swords, it was a painful ending. Right? Because the Ten of Swords speaks of endings, but there's always beginnings with that. And that's the message that I was giving to Sagittarius. The Ten of Swords came up as their future energy. But in that card that came up, it was from this deck, there's like a sunrise in the background. And that's like the darkest before dawn that I feel with that energy here. It's like the breakdown before the breakthrough. And I feel like this is the breakdown that you're going through right now. Like, it's not easy, especially with this devil over here. Like, you know, it's just a really dark energy. It could just be like someone that caused this in your life, or it's just kind of like, right now it feels like you got the bad end of the stick but really it's like a blessing in disguise with the Ten of Cups here again, just kind of reminding you what feels dark and heavy with the Devil. It's going to all come to light in the future with the Ten of Cups over here, even though in the moment I feel like you're just really struggling to accept that truth, whatever that may be for you. And you're feeling a little bit uneasy. You could be kind of like numbing yourself with the Seven of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you could be distracting yourself and kind of living in a fantasy land, because like, again, like I feel like your fantasies are better than your reality right now. So just be careful with that. It could be like an underactive sacral chakra if that's the case. But yeah, it has to do with this like truth, right? Because the Ace of Swords is the breakthrough. But I feel like you're figuring it out as you go on, as you continue in your journey. All right, so I'll put those over there. Yeah, so your recent past, the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, this is feeling isolated and left out in the cold. Feeling this is a lack of abundance mindset, right? So there's just something that happened again where like there's just a switch up. And I feel like some of you are struggling with financial hardships during this time. You know, it's really hard during the pandemic right now for people to feel abundant. But I feel like you guys are still pushing through. Like you guys are still really like in the zone and loving life. It's like this energy here is such like a contrast to this, but this card did come up, the darkest before dawn. So I feel like you're going through the darkest right now. And the only way to go from the bottom is up. And I feel like you guys are moving forward and you're feeling really like hopeful. Even though in your past, like something significant happened where you were kind of like left with nothing. Or just, yeah, like you just felt like some of you could have been ghosted by somebody, or there's just a feeling of lack, whether it's financial or romantic or whatever, you know, it's going to resonate however you want it to resonate for you. But yeah, it's kind of a feeling of ghostedness also that I just got. Yeah, with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands, there was like an apology that wanted to be said here because you feel really passionate towards someone or something. And I feel like you were trying to make amends by apologizing, but your apology wasn't received, is what I feel. Or you ghosted somebody and you didn't accept their apology. All right, it was like a false start. Even though the Ace of Wands isn't in the reverse, I kind of get the energy that it is supposed to be in the reverse because of the Five of Pentacles here. So it could have been a false start, and I feel like someone tried to apologize and get things moving, but it didn't happen. Because now your present energy is the Nine of Wands, so you're on guard. So I feel like your heart was broken. Something happened, you know, the wounded warrior. Like this guy is all cut up. Like you've been through the ringer, I feel. And you're just trying to protect yourself now. You're trying to protect your energy. And you're not letting anybody in. Like, yeah. Trials and tribulations with the Nine of Wands. So you are being tested during this time. One card, please. You're not taking shit from anyone either, is what I just heard. Two of Cups. Yeah, it could be with a romantic connection. That's kind of what I was feeling here with the Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. Like it could have had to do with a connection regarding communication with the Page of Wands. So there could have been a fight, or it could have been an ending. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it very well can be. It could just be like a really strong spiritual soulmate connection that you feel with somebody. And there was just kind of like an ending there, or a challenge that you guys are currently undergoing. But right, with the Five of Pentacles, I just feel like someone hit a wall and they couldn't move past it. And there's like an apology that needed to be had, but whether it was received or ignored, that's a different story. Right, so yeah, I feel like you just have your guard up right now regarding this connection, however that resonates for you. And that could be the shift that happened, right? Like something just switched up in the connection and things just went like south. Yeah. All right, but fear not, Gemini, your future, the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Okay, you're going to have the happy home life that you've been manifesting and hoping for and waiting for. And I feel like that's kind of what the energy I was feeling here when I said, like, how is this going to help Gemini attract their heart's desire? And I feel like your heart's desire is the 10 of Cups. So you recognize that you have to be happy, right? Like, you have to stay in your zone here, because the energy that you exude into the universe is what you're going to attract. So I feel like you want this. So long as you feel this within yourself, you find the happiness within yourself first, that'll be able to attract the abundance towards you. Okay, that's too many. Just one card, please. What else? Can you tell me about the 10 of Cups for Gemini? Beautiful. Yeah, the stars. The darkest before dawn, right? And look at the stars that I was really drawn to these stars here too when I first pulled this card. But there you go. This is your future. The darkest before dawn. You have to go through these dark moments right now, Gemini, that you're going through in order to unlock this happiness. I mean, look at how beautiful this looks. Okay. Like, this is what's waiting for you. You just have to continue pushing through right now. I know it's really difficult right now, but it's there. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. You're feeling hopeful. There's hope. There's healing. All the pain that you've undergone, you're going to heal from that too. Yeah. I mean, I can't stop. I mean, look at all the rainbows and the stars. Like, that's beautiful to have in your future energy. Yeah, because your lessons being learned, the 5 of Cups, like, this is crying over spilled milk, right? Not to say that your experience is like just spilled milk. Not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is that, this card always speaks of, like, if you look back, the 2 of Cups are there, right? And this is the 2 of Cups that represents that. So I feel like even though in the moment, like I said, you're not recognizing the happiness that's behind you, right now, you are in this state where you feel really grief, you feel remorse, you feel sadness because you lost this, right? With this shift here, with the Wheel of Fortune and the 3 of Swords, like, there's a shift that just happened, and this is it. This is what you're really disappointed about, okay? But when you turn around and recognize what's here, you're going to realize that this is there waiting for you. Okay, so that's beautiful. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You're being rewarded for your efforts. And I feel like I've said that to you guys before, but like, all the challenges and disappointments that you've gone through right now, leave it in the past. The things that didn't work out for you didn't work out because there's so much better for you in the future. Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. Let's just finish it off with the Fairy Oracle. Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini and the collective during this time frame? One card, please. Journey. Wow. Didn't we have enjoy the journey over here? Yes, we did. 2 messages about journey. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. Wow, that's amazing. Fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Beautiful. All right, so that is what I have for you, Gemini. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And please leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. Please take care, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.